Let's surprise my neighbors with paw print cookies. They're obsessed with dogs, so I figured this would be perfect. I made my signature sugar cookie dough and had my dog Lulu step right on them for that realistic paw print effect. Baked them in the oven and they turned out so good and authentic, perfect for any dog lover.
You can't eat at everybody's house. Oh, you can't eat at everybody's house. You can't eat. You can't eat. You can't eat at everybody's house.
No, I don't wash my legs in the shower. No, I don't wash my feet in the shower. Feet are self-cleaning. Yes, I do. Gotta get in the toes.
Yes, 3 times a day, every time I shower.
No, I don't wash my feet in the shower, but if I notice my feet are dirty before bed, that's when I'll wash them.
Not really. I guess I just take some paper towels and just dab them. I do scrub them once in a while when I'm feeling gross. And also they get scrubbed when I get my toenails done.
Yes, you gotta get in the crevices and get all the toe jam out. Sometimes they let me know what they need and I give it to them.
This is exactly what we mean when we say hygiene is cultural. Because what?
The subject of hygiene is really a subject matter, especially among white Americans, as you saw in the video, and we're going to be exploring that. We also see some of those traits even with Asians in America. I'm not talking about Asians generally, because Asians those who rose in Asian continent are clean folks, but looking at the Asians who are living in America and the hygiene level. And you're welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your first time, do go to follow us. We're going to explore some of those videos, and at the end of the day we'll come back to give you our thoughts and opinions, so hang in there.
I'm white, and I had no idea that people in Asia, most of the people I think that we are smelly and we smell bad. And now that I live here since so many years, I actually realized, yeah man, we actually kind of do. Everything kind of made sense for me. I came to Japan and I thought, why are there no deodorants? People don't sweat here. They don't. Well, they do, but they don't smell as bad as we do. Everything kind of made sense for me. It's oh, that's why we have so many deodorants. That's why our shampoo smells so strong. That's why we have many different kind of deodorants, etc. Genetically, we have things that make us smell bad. So if you come to Japan and you don't find any deodorant, that's the reason why people don't really smell here that bad. So it's just awesome.
Did your parents make you shower every day when you were kids? This is something that I thought was because I was white. My mom did not give us a bath or shower every single day. Even as I got older, she would just say, oh, you're at the age you should shower every day. But I was never made to shower. I thought that it was because I was white. My best friend growing up was black and she had to shower every day. And I've seen so many videos online about white people don't use washcloths and stuff like that. So I thought it was just a white thing. And now I talk to my friends who are white and they were like, no, we had to shower every day. So I'm like, was it just my family? I felt a lot of shame around that. As I grew up and I decided to take hygiene more seriously, I'm realizing now that I was just a kid and I wasn't developed enough mentally to be making those decisions for myself.
Often do you shower? I shower every other day, like every other day.
So I would say maybe around 3-4 times a week.
Twice a day. I'm nice and clean, but unless I can't be asked, maybe it might be one.
Every day, twice a day.
Morning or afternoon?
Both, in the morning and afternoon.
That's so much. I only do mornings.
So I was watching a nurse talk about how she had to wash a patient, and that patient's daughter came to her and said, hey, my mom, she kind of has a smell. Could you try to could you get her to unsmell? And so long story short is the nurse goes to wash this patient and she goes to grab for the soap and the patient says, oh no, I don't use soap. And then the nurse was like, what do you mean you don't use soap? And then she was like, I'm like 80 years old and I haven't used soap thus far. I'm not going to use soap now. So, you know, that's why that's the odor. But like, that's not even the crazy part. I was in the comment section and then this happened. So someone said, Krista said, washcloths are disgusting. Running dirt from one place to another and hold bacteria. I'm using soap everywhere, but lots of people do not like washcloths. Plus, they are harsh on sensitive skin. And I was just like, and you know, and this was again on a okay. And so then I said, you know, you can wash washcloths, you know, so, you know, and you can also get really soft ones for people with sensitive skin. Also, it doesn't even have to be a washcloth is what I said. A loofah is also an option. Anything to scrub the layer of dirt and dead skin off your body. Rubbing soap on your body with your hands does not provide the friction needed to remove dirt and skin. And so then this person responds, the same friction that you need would tear my sensitive skin up. Our skin is nowhere near as thick as yours. I don't know what that means. I also like to keep the little oils I have. All that abrasion is breaking the skin barrier and letting bacteria in. Okay, and if I need a scrub, oh boy, I can't see the bottom, hold on. Okay, and it says, if I need a scrub for skin cells, I'll add sugar to my soap. You can't tell others how to clean if they are different than you. I smell good AF and I have great skin. My skin is my best. That same friction that you need would tear her sensitive skins up. I'm just like, a soft washcloth would tear your sensitive. I'm like, how sensitive are we talking? I'm like, my sister has eczema, and I'm just like, that was really sensitive skin, and she still could use a soft washcloth. I don't have dirt that needs to scrape off me either. It's so like dirt that you can see, Krista. Yeah, you can't see the dirt, but there's microscopic layers of dirt on us from, you know, things like just sweat, like the oils that come. So you literally said you want to keep the oils you have, but I guess oil is not a dirt to her. So, you know, oil gets old. You know, you think you're okay. All right, I scrub. Sugar. Adding sugar to your soap. I'm like, how much sugar are you adding to your soap? Like, it would just be much more efficient just to use a washcloth. And then she said, and you're not washing cloths in between body parts. You can use that cloth over your body so it drags dirt from head to toe. I can wash my hands with soap in the shower in between some body parts, and that seems cleaner to me. And I'm just like, you can wash your hands, but you can't wash you can't wash the washcloth in the water in between body parts. You can use multiple I have multiple washcloths, or actually, I have African net sponges actually, because I love the friction. And then she's like, you want to keep the oils that you have. I'm just like, right, white people don't lotion, right? And I know that's what it is, because I know that's who this is. I know all these people who don't like to scrub their bodies, who don't like to wash regularly, daily, preferably. I don't understand why all this hygiene is like, you know, I just don't know. I just, like, within the Black community, there's always been this understanding that the Moors, who enslaved Europeans at one point, which were Black people, they taught them how to bathe. Like, that's a known fact. And I'm just like, and they still, till this day, 2026, dang. Okay, here's what I responded. I said, you can wash the washcloth in between body parts the exact same way you wash your hands in between body parts. ... ellipsis. You can also have multiple rags or washcloths for different areas. I personally recommend a different one for your face, body, and sensitive areas each. Also, the same way you use conditioner after shampoo to rehydrate the freshly cleaned hair, you should apply lotion after towel drying to replenish the oils in your skin. If you did these things, your skin would actually probably get less sensitive, TBH. This conversation is making me realize that it may not be Black don't crack. It may not be actually that Black don't crack, but in reality, white doesn't do skin right. Was that a good, well, Black doesn't crack, but, you know, is this funny? White doesn't do skin right. Is that funny? I think it's funny. Thank you. Okay, after some careful deliberation, I didn't like it, and so I changed it to made instead of black don't crack, it's actually white don't bathe right. I was like, that feels white don't bathe right. I was like, that feels better. Thanks.
I was just informed that there are people who use washcloths in the shower. As a grown adult, are you serious? This can't be real. You're telling me that you were going to use a bacteria-infested cloth rather than just using your hands?
You can literally wash a washcloth after using it. You know, like how you wash your clothes, you put it in the washing machine, and it cleans it so you can use it again. Also, you can have more than one washcloth. You see this right here? This is my washcloth, which I use when I'm taking a shower. When I'm done with it, I'm going to wash it so I can use it again. And if for some reason I couldn't use it, I would just get a different one. And yes, many grown adults like myself use a washcloth or a sponge or some item to cleanse their bodies that isn't their bare hands. And they're not expensive at all. You can get a pack of them at almost any store for less than $5. And if you care about basic hygiene, which you should, it's worth the money.
I am so thankful that some of us white people are finally starting to realize our collective lack of basic hygiene knowledge. But with that being said, I do think we're gonna need a little bit more than just awareness to solve this problem. The reason I bring this up is because recently I saw the true extent to this problem. A white person so stinky, it shook me to my core, and I fear that this is not an outlier. Now, for context, the person in question is my friend, and we occasionally go to the gym together, but he doesn't want to pay for a gym membership, so I let him come to my apartment because there's a gym here. Normally, after we're done working out and we're all stinky and sweaty, we split ways, and I assume that he goes home and showers like I do. But this one day, my dear friend had a date to go on, and for some reason, he wanted to get a pump in before his date. So he asked me, oh, can I use your shower because I don't have much time before my date? Of course, I said sure. So we get done working out and we go back up to my apartment. And for some reason this day, we were like especially rank. But because he had a date to get to, I let him shower first and I kind of just waited around. But I was not waiting for long. This man got out of the shower like comedically quickly. It was like maybe a minute, if not 30 seconds. So I kind of jokingly was like, oh, that was quick. My friend responds, well, I did the upside down triangle. I'm just like, the what? He goes on to tell me, you know, both pits and nunu, as if it was common knowledge. I was just racking my brain. I was like, what about your, and the wildest part in my opinion is he was really excited to go on this date. Like he really liked this girl. Yeah, this problem's big. We got a whole language around being unclean.
And every time I make these videos, I'm just calling attention to the information that's being shared by you guys that would be shocking to the rest of us culturally, who showering every day, moisturizing every day, using a washcloth or wash rag, washing our bed sheets every week, washing our towels every day, changing a new towel, and all.
I blame our towels.
Are y'all not doing regular laundry?
Not as often as we should. I didn't wash my towels for years because the logic.
Wait a minute, no.
The logic is you take a shower, right? You clean. Your towel's clean. You wipe yourself off with your towel. It's clean on clean. It's still clean. At no point does it get dirty.
All the things that you guys say you don't do is shocking to us. I will never say that every single black person showers every day or has the same exact hygiene regimen, but I can confidently say that you will not find black people, Hispanic people, Asian people coming online talking about how they don't shower proudly.
So welcome back, guys. Credit to the original content creators. If you're a first time subscriber, please hit the notification button, hit the subscription button so that when we bring up updates, you'll be the first to be notified. Returning subscribers, thank you guys. You're the reason why we do what we do. So we'll examine a whole lot of things, and this is really quite ridiculous because we are talking about what you guys put out here, information about your hygiene. No one is talking about it like you guys are talking about. Literally, I think hygiene has to do with a cultural issue. I don't know any black person or Asian person comes up online on TikTok or any other social media platform to tell the world how they don't take their births. What is difficult in having a birth every day? And oh, good gracious God. And that is why we have a whole lot of videos out there medievally, talking about medieval Europe, where a lot of these people maintained very poor health sanitary conditions, and that was the reason why they had a lot of plagues that broke out in those medieval areas, because there was a poor hygiene, and so it was easy for bacteria and parasites to fester and to bloom in such environments. I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section. I really find this quite fascinating and shocking at the same time. I don't know what you guys think about it. I'm not trying to say that every black person out there is clean, but for the fact that you guys don't feel ashamed talking about this, it's quite astonishing to me. See you on my next video.